Qué increíble como puede ver, ¿eh? Did you see that? But there is something definitely very wrong with this video. Before the spoilers come in, you should leave a comment below as to what you think is wrong with the video that I just played. I know it's easy to say, oh, the fedora. It's even easier to say, oh, the angle of the fedora. Actually, no, surprisingly not. Although if I'm ever president, I'd make sure that I treat everybody that wears a fedora as if they just committed a capital crime. It's the fish. The fish is the problem here. Now, it's almost cheating finding this particular post in a Magicians Only Facebook group, but you could see scrolling through all the comments as to the drama and the effort that was taken to argue the fact that this man shouldn't have used a fish. Now, this trick has been around forever. The method is easy. There's an extra long thumb tip that lets you put in a little fish with a cotton ball and some water, and that keeps it there safe and ready for the performance. Unfortunately, some people think that we live in Lion King. Not everything is a Disney movie. I haven't disappeared. I'm just in my monitor reading the comment that you're looking at right now on the screen by Jaume. And he says, in my opinion, using a living being as if it was a thing or a gimmick is unacceptable. There are millions of possibilities to perform wonderful magical effects without harming an innocent being. Moreover, performing this for the public imprints in their mind the idea that animals do not deserve respect and that you can do whatever you want with them. Think about it, and maybe you will see some sense in my words. Without causing suffering to innocent beings, your magic will be worth much more. This is retarded, and I'll tell you why this is retarded. Again, we don't live in Disneyland. The hyenas aren't living peacefully with the lions. The lions are eating the hyenas. Now, Jaume, however you pronounce that name, Jaume, if you want to go with the Spanish pronunciation, I don't know if you've ever killed a bug in your life, but that's a living creature. You ever stepped on an ant? Did you ever kill a cockroach? Have you ever eaten a piece of steak or had a piece of fish? Have you ever been to the zoo? Have you ever been to an aquarium? Have you ever used insulin?
What's the right tip?
Have you called a plumber to your home lately? How superstitious are you?
How much money would it take to make you spend a night in a cemetery? Would you display this as a trophy?
I'm sure you've at least answered yes to one of those things. The truth of the matter is that you could do whatever you want to the animal. That's part of the process of being a human being. The fact that we have rational thought. Now, I'm not saying to go around punching puppies and eating cats, but what I am saying is that if he wants to use a trick that uses a fish, that's his prerogative. I'm sure this individual has never posted anything negative when you see Lance Burton producing a dove for his show, or Siegfried and Roy when they were using these large-scale animals for magic tricks. It's all the same shit. Whoa. Another comment here by the aptly named Grey Ham. Cruelty to animals as far as I'm concerned, wedging a poor fish into a tiny space with a dribble and water to go and use it to make money. Sorry, no offense, but I'm having a rant. I think it's wrong. No magician could tell me that they've used the same fish for years because they die. And when a magician gets another and continues to do what he knows kills the previous fish, I just think it's an extremely cruel way to exploit an animal. Rant over. Make of it what you will. Just my opinion. But yes, I'm totally bashing you for this same as I would anyone. And you can see here that they go back and forth to the point where Mr. Ham even posts a large SAT-style essay discussing his opinion on the matter. Now, I'm not going to read that shit. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to read that. But the point is, it's dumb. You're doing a magic trick with a fish. What do you think? Nemo is just going to float around without some bigger predator in the ocean going to take it and eat it? No. More importantly than that, why would you go through the effort of posting such a long-winded response on Facebook? You took what seemed to be an hour of your day to type out this whole response to this individual that performed a trick with a fish. Now the magician in question, Rogelio, did post back, so there is a back and forth here, but there isn't any point to this. The only thing that I could really get from this particular scenario is that you should pick up my brand new book, The Art of the Squeal. If you don't like that one, you should pick up the one before that, which is The View from Down Here. Or maybe you're more interested in my lecture notes. Everything here is full of moves, routines, tricks, tutorials. I had a really, really fun time writing these books, and I hope that you have an equal fun time reading them. Or, of course, there's a PigCake Magic Academy where you get access to over 1,400 videos going over card stuff, coin stuff, everything you need to become the best magician you could possibly be. Oh, yeah. I'll leave the post down below. You could read it if you want to. Honestly, I feel like I'd rather do more important things like wash my hair. But I thought it was an interesting point to bring up as how there's something that someone is always going to complain about, even from the most trivial of things. I saw the video and I thought, wow, what a great reaction he got for this trick. And also, what an interesting trick to use in a venue like that. Because it comes from nowhere. You have this apparition of a fish inside of a wine glass, and just a reaction alone lets me know that at least this is reasonably worth it. Some advice at the end of the video. Oh boy. I'm not really sure what to say here. Usually I like to give advice, again, based on things around me in my nearby vicinity, but today it's a little bit rough. This is approximately half of a Lexapro. Half of a Lexapro. I had, I would say, some pretty terrible bouts with crippling anxiety in the past year. I don't know why. It came from nowhere. I used to be the guy to make fun of people for anxiety until I got a bout with a crippling one that left me in the ER twice, because I thought that I was having a heart attack. Meanwhile, no, I was just having a little bit of a panic attack. And I found that this intervention at least helped. I hate the idea of taking a pill for something like anxiety, get over it. But it's actually done good for me. That's not to say that it's going to do the same for everyone. But for me, I found that I'm chill. I'm not aggressively into my own bodily functions like I was before. So that's a little bit of a suggestion. I cut it in half because I take a baby dose. But that's not to say that you should do what I'm doing. I'm just letting you know what I'm doing for it. That and exercise. And going outside and seeing a vagina, that helps.
I see you again, when 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 I see you again.